going to watch a little bit of that. If it runs on too long, we can move on to something else. But I at least wanted to see what this game looks like exactly. Veronica Rose said, hey, just dropping in to say hi before I leave. Veronica Rose... Oh, because I'm getting slammed, LOL. No, you're all good, Veronica. Do your thing. Destiny 3 has been canceled since Phantom Fox. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Bungie most certainly doesn't seem to be in the best position as of late. But, yeah, why don't you guys say we go ahead and just jump on in? I'm ready to check this out. If you guys could, let me know how the audio is on this event. Might be a little loud. Let's go ahead and skip ahead. This isn't live, so I can skip around a little bit. So like I said, I don't know anything about the original game Marathon. I know Bungie. I like old Bungie. But I'm very curious to see what this game is, what it's all about. Like, is this like a Destiny clone? Sounds on par. So does that mean too loud? It needs to be a little lower?
All right, everyone. Hello and welcome back to Bungie HQ here in beautiful
Alright, how's that?
Washington,
Is that a little bit better?
We're coming to you live with the opportunity to share a little bit of Marathon gameplay with you for the very first time. My name's Andy. I work on the social media team here, and we've got an awesome show lined up for you with a little...
honestly, I'm assuming that this game is going to be like a Destiny clone. I'm assuming it's not going to be heavy on the campaign, story-filled content, more centered around PvP type stuff.
First things first, this gentleman here to my right, to your left, is Marathon's game director, Mr. Joe Ziegler. Joe, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you very much. Like, super excited to finally show something about our game, you know? We've been a little bit silent for a while.
Why does the Marathon logo on that book look like
we'll have another video
the Destiny logo?
You in your office.
It looks exactly like the Traveler.
I won't be talking for like 20 minutes straight this time. Yeah.
So for anyone out there that may not know you or what you do here, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself?
I work with a lot of amazing
How long is this going to be?
People on the stage, a lot of people who are sort of in the audience here today. Like, my goal is ultimately to take sort of all the ideas that we have, bring them
Give us the
together
icebreaker in Destiny 2 and I'll be happy, says Phantom. Icebreaker, wasn't that a gun? It was like a sniper. Was that the sniper rifle? That sounds familiar. As we go on down the line, we're also joined by a man who's been instrumental in bringing the worlds of both games and film to life, our franchise art director, Mr. Joe Cross. Joe, how's it going? Joe, for anyone, obviously you've got some fans here, but for anyone out there in the audience at home that may not know you or doesn't get a chance to work with you, can you tell us? This is so odd that Bungie decided that their game was big enough to do.
Franchise art director of
had enough excitement to do.
You know, my job is to sort of set the tone and the vision.
An event around their game that everyone has no idea anything about. It's just so I'm fascinated by.
And then, you know, make sure that
the marketing of this game
is set up for success.
Like nobody knows anything, and Bungie's not exactly riding high right now.
Well, thank you very much for everything. We're going to have a lot to dig into today.
MetaFox says the never-ending sniper rifle in Destiny 1. Yeah, I remember. It sounds familiar.
Without a doubt, the most important Andrew on this stage here today, our gameplay director, Mr. Andrew Witz. How's it going, Witz?
Why don't we go ahead and skip ahead?
Something really at the end of the show, so make sure and stick around. But again, the purpose of today is to show off some gameplay.
Yes, that's what I want to see.
I'd love to hand the mic to you for this next part.
Yeah, so before
hey,
we get
Skylar
started,
Twilight's in chat. Skylar says sorry for being a little late. Having some ridiculous problems that I'm dealing with at the moment. No, you're all good. Take your time. Deal with what you got to.
Some images to what
we want to put any pressure on you. We're just.
Let's take a look.
We're hanging around. We're having a good time. We're chilling out right now. All right, here we go. From the creators of Halo and Destiny. You got a lot to live up to. Let's see what this game is. Okay. The reticle looked very Destiny. It very much looks Destiny.
Things. But the dream is not over. My dream. Yours. Now.
Hey, P1 up 93's in chat. What's up, P1? You're back again. Thank you so much for joining. What's up with you? What's up with you, P1? We get P1. Oh, that's good. Skylar Twilight says howdy P1 up. Hey, Carol Pierce is in chat. What's up, Carol Pierce? Thank you so much for joining. We're just chilling on this stream, just watching, getting caught up on some news and other things I have missed out on. We're watching in a quick event that was the other day of somebody showing off a game. Give me a good Crayon Eater and good power, and I'll be happy, says Phantom. Hero93 says, I think you should play some Metal Gear Solid. I would love to play some Metal Gear Solid. It's one of my favorite game series. Okay, so it's coming September.
All right. Everyone, first things first, you saw that correctly. Marathon will be releasing just later this year on September 23rd, so you'll be able to ship out to Tau City very shortly. And in addition to that, coming just later this month on April 23rd, we're going to be running a closed alpha test that you can be a part of.
My question is
Quick
like,
heads up,
again,
this will be focused on North America,
who is
18
excited
plus
for this
only.
game other than
so there's going to be a
OG
big chance
Destiny
to play up front, but don't
fans?
worry,
Like,
there's going to be other opportunities to play later.
I get like
So make sure you're caught up
Marathon.
with all the
I had
details
never,
and ready
me
to go.
personally, I had never
Do
heard of
yourself a
Marathon
favor,
until
head
this
over to
game
our
got
Discord,
announced.
discord.gg/marathonthegame. And of course, if you're here in Twitch chat with us today, then you've already done yourself
But
a
it's
big
like, can they
favor.
draw
Members of our
enough
community
people
and moderation
away
teams are
from
gonna be
Destiny?
going
Do they
out
want to do
and,
that?
looking for
Destiny
folks
is their other
to
game.
drop
I don't
codes
know.
to as well to make sure that you can get priority access when the
Maybe I
alpha
just,
kicks
maybe I
off.
still don't
So go ahead
understand
and
what
keep an eye out on your inbox.
kind of
There's
PvP
no
game this is.
exclamation
It just
point
looks
drops or
like
anything you need to do.
Destiny's
I'm sure folks will do it
PvP.
anyway. But worry not, you've gone ahead and done yourself a favor by
Metal Gear
being
Solid
here
is a great
today.
series of games.
But,
Says Phantom. Oh yeah, it's one of my
let's get into
favorites.
it.
I love
What did we just see?
all of them.
A lot of death, you know, is first what we all saw. But honestly, you saw a first glimpse of some of what's going on in Marathon, you know, our extraction shooter that we're creating over here. And it's got a little bit of everything. It's got some runners in there. It's got some weapons in there. It's got some crazy stuff happening, but yeah.
Yeah, a little taste of the weapons in there. You saw some alternate weapon actions. The flip scope is in there, so weapons are going to
Call of
do
Duty,
more than just
Destiny,
shoot, obviously.
Overwatch,
It's
and
a
other
Bungie
games
game.
is
We gotta, like,
Phantom.
really push things. Yeah, a lot of runner abilities are in there as well. The UESC, obviously a little taste of the UESC and what they're capable of. Yeah, a lot of awesome stuff.
And some fun world interactions too. Like there's that sequence where the shutters go down and then everything goes wrong for the team that's in that room. But that's, yeah, it's pretty cool to see those things.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna kind of skip around here. I kind of just want to see
Yeah,
the
for sure.
news.
We'll have 6 runners at launch, but we're focusing on the
Oh,
core.
you're saying
4
they're
here for
targeting
they're gonna be in the alpha.
fans
So
of
going
Call of
left
Duty,
to right,
Destiny,
we have
Overwatch.
Locust. Locust is our
Maybe.
soldier
I
kind
just-
of fantasy, our soldier kit, all about push forward gameplay, right? The first one in, trying to get as many.
Are they
picks as
targeting
possible,
Warframe and
right,
Call of
against
Duty?
the
If they are, I
UESC
don't think they're going to be
players.
successful.
Next, we have Blackbird. It's
That
very
those
reconnaissance
games have
based
such a
kit,
dedicated fan
all
base.
about,
It's like
figuring out where players and enemies.
you're not
going to
draw people away from Call of Duty. You're not going to draw people away from
Glitch is like
Overwatch.
our agile disruptor,
And you're
kind
not
of
gonna
kit,
draw
all
the
about
Warframe- the
pushing
Warframe
forward,
crowd is
disrupting
very
teams and what they're
dedicated
doing
on-
and getting out and
I think
having that
maybe
time
you could draw
cycle.
people away from
Void
Destiny,
is
but
our,
it's like
is our
Destiny is
stealth boy,
their
our
other
sneaky
big
boy,
franchise. It's
all
like
about throwing down.
it seems kind of cannibalistic to draw people away from one of your franchises to another one. You know what I mean?
Taking some people by surprise. So yeah, this is our core 4.
Unless
right
that's their
now.
goal. Are they just like giving up on Destiny?
And even furthermore, Joe Cross, also, if anyone's not following Joe Cross on Twitter, do yourself a favor and do so. But you've been sharing some art with these runners pretty recently out there on Twitter with everyone. You know, before the show, we were talking a little bit, and I've heard this come up a lot, but, you know, you guys have been working off of this concept of graphic realism. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is and what that means for the design here?
Yeah, it's
Or
one
is it
of our
targeting Sid
ingredients
Meiers?
that we've
No.
sort of
I
conjured
think
up
Sid
to
Meiers
help
is
us
a
define the
completely
visual
different
world.
genre,
For these runners,
right?
you know,
Sid Meier's?
the
That's
first
all like
thing we wanted to make sure was
RTS
their
and
visual
stuff.
fantasy reflected the gameplay fantasy.
I think you're right. I think
well.
what they're trying to target is
And then
Destiny.
we sort of have our you know, unique.
But it's just like, it's
recipe
so
of
weird to-
influences and inspirations for the
But that's
reimagining
the
of
only
this
people I
world.
could imagine have an interest in this. Is like
And one of those sort of constraints we've created is this idea of graphic realism, where we kind of reduce the amount of geometry, we limit our materials, we use a lot of graphic design.
gameplay overview. All right, let's watch this. I want to learn more about it. All right, this is important here. I want to know more about the gameplay. Sorry, I meant Tom Clancy's as fan. Oh, no. That makes more sense what you're saying. I guess maybe targeting some Tom Clancy's. I mean, maybe this gameplay part will
Marathon
explain
is a
more.
team-based extraction shooter set around the mysterious and cutthroat world of Tau Ceti 4. You are a runner, a cybernetic mercenary who's given up their human form for a biosynthetic shell with unique abilities and stats, capable of both tactical and fast-paced combat. Here you'll fight in a crew of up to 3 players across a variety
So
of
many
zones
shooters,
and
says
points of
Phantom. Nah,
interest.
I think you're
You'll
right though. I
face
think
rival
maybe they're
runners
targeting
in
like
zones
the
of
rainbow
up to
because it's an
18
extraction
players.
shooter.
Countless
Maybe they're
security
targeting the
forces
Rainbow Six Siege
and
fan base.
otherworldly threats. To scavenge the remains of a lost colony for glory and fortune.
The problem is, man, is to draw people away from all of those games you've mentioned. Those games have such dedicated fan base. You got to be really good to, you know, to rip them away.
Before deploying, you'll strategically build your loadout and select a runner to ensure you're equipped for the run ahead.
I think my problem is I don't know if I like the art style.
Get in, gather as much loot as you can, and make it out alive. Die, and all your gear will be up for grabs. Into the forefront. Dynamic
Clear this
and
up.
tactile
Maybe I
gunplay.
may have to go full on
Runners with unique
new
play
router
styles and
and Wi-Fi
customizable
eventually.
builds create highly dynamic and strategic team fights. Whether you're on a zero to hero run or high rolling with powerful gear, you'll need to use your best judgment
Okay, my
when
stream
you
looks like
decide
it's
which
kind of
fights to
back.
pick and how. Because no matter how geared you are, players with skill and strategy will always have the edge. Marathon is designed to be played in crews, with contextual pings, shared objectives, and down but not out, to streamline playing with your friends. Death is not the end. And if you're the last one standing, you can overcome the odds to revive your teammates and get out with your hard-earned loot. And if you believe your skills alone are enough to conquer any challenge, we give you the freedom to opt out of crew fill, to take all the glory for yourself as a solo runner.
Okay, I
No
think we're
two
back
runs in
for now.
Marathon
So
ever play out the same.
we'll see how things
With
go.
dynamic events, variable weather, and unpredictable players.
Let me know if there's.
You'll have to
Keep an
adapt
eye
on
out if
the
there's any
fly
other
if you
issues.
want to survive. Each run has a time limit, and anything can happen while you're chasing your objective. Looking to unlock upgrades or increase your faction reputation? Slip into the shadows as Void and ghost past your enemies. Search the map for rare materials and profit opportunities without being discovered. Want to push enemy teams and steal their loot? Bring in Glitch with agility implants and your strongest weapons to disrupt rival crews. Running support for your friends? Grab extra equipment, shield charges, and a specialized backpack to be the lifeline they need. You're always free to experiment with team compositions, and the only limit to how you want to play your runner is your loot and imagination. Endgame challenges, ranked play, discovering secrets, seasonal storytelling, community
my phone wasn't
events,
even
and
connected to
more,
YouTube for a
all
minute, says
await
Fan.
you in
Uh-oh.
Season 1,
Such a
where
bad day
you
for
and your
interweb
friends will
issues.
start to unravel
My
the
connection
mysteries
isn't even that
of
strong
Tau
right now, to be
74.
honest. I don't know what's up.
Remember, you're only ever one run away from your next big score.
To turn the key to get into a locked room, and then the other team is right there, and you're like, oh crap.
On an extraction shooter.
Sorry, excuse me, sorry.
You good? You good?
Okay, still heading to field maintenance. Yep. Oh, I got AI over here like 20 feet.
Oh my god, you didn't jump up.
Vanderfox says I've got one bar on my phone and I'm right next to my router.
Yeah,
Goodness.
snipe up
Maybe
above.
it's a wider thing. Maybe it's not just me. I don't know.
I need some bits ammo right in front of me. There's a green punk right there.
There's like 36 underneath.
Okay, so that's basically the scout rifle from Destiny there.
Got one? I hit one for the kill, but I'm
Again, the gameplay looks it's Destiny basically. You got scout rifles, you got shotguns, you got sniper rifles. Only thing I haven't seen is like some of the pulse rifles or something.
Either way, I'm getting shredded right now, so I gotta heal.
Clear the AI outside first. They're just gonna beam us if we don't get rid of them.
We gotta. Yep.
What?
That's a purple
It's a
one.
Spectrum issue. I'm on the phone with them and they're having issues. Ah, I see. So that's what I said. Ah, so that's Destiny. This is not Destiny, but this is made by the people who made Destiny. So that's why we keep bringing up Destiny so much.
What do you have on your little guy?
Oh, one of the guys you killed had just been weapons on him. Poor guy.
Oh, mechanics kit. That's what we need, right? Here's
Yeah,
just mechanical
kit,
status effect.
I'm using that.
Yeah, I'm inside with him.
Alright, so why don't we say we go ahead and skip ahead.
So YouTube.com.
I kind of feel like I've got the gist of it. I kind of at least wanted to see, do we have like
snapshot
a...
of what life is like on Tau Ceti. So
Is there a
we
story?
hope you enjoy, but in the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see y'all Starside.
Okay, it looks fun, says Skylar. Yeah. I mean, I'm getting... It's about as close to Destiny's PvP as you can get. Maybe some of the, you know, the abilities and supers and stuff aren't there, but... Like, the gun-wise, it's looking just like it. I think my problem is I just don't think the game looks that pretty. Like, the art style is kind of... I think the art style is kind of gross, in my opinion. Destiny 2 is free to play and 100 gigs to download. Play for an hour and then install and you have beaten Destiny, says Phantom. Yeah.
I met a traveler from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that it sculptor well those passions red which yet survive. Stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them, lifeless thing that mocked them, and the heart that fed, and the heart that fed."
It's just, again, I hate to harp on the art style and graphics, but like, I gotta say, it's an ugly looking game, which is really sad because like Destiny was like very pretty, and it's just like I don't think this looks pleasant in terms of the art style, like at all.
Mind if we skip the formalities this time? Got a big contract waiting down there.
They made it chappy, the video games, says Phantom Fox. I can see that.
Are you familiar with this item?
That's my lucky charm. Yeah. Supposed to be my lucky charm.
Chappie. I think I did see that movie.
Identify her?
Yeah, that's my mom. That's your mom. Your mom.
Now,
You know
consider
that's your
this. Do you recognize this child?
Who are you? I don't know.
It's you.
What? Really?
Goodness. Again, it's like they're showing this, but like, what is this? Like, it's a bunch of nothing.
What's that you're always too into? Worth anything?
I don't know, but I like it. It speaks to me.
Let me listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
You ever wonder what happened to these people?
It's not my business.
And this music is?
Your conscious mind in a robot body that can easily be transferred to other robots on a whim.
Give it to me.
It's like, again, they're showing all this stuff, and it's like, they're showing all these set pieces, but it's like, well, what's the game? It's some sort of futuristic world with guns where humans' minds have been transferred into robots? Okay.
And on the pedestal these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains. Nothing beside remains.
Makes me think of Cyberrun VR's Phantom. Interesting.
The decay of that colossal wreck. Round the decay of that boundless and bare. Boundless. The lone and level sands stretch far away.
I just, like, I hate to say it, I wasn't, like, super interested in this game prior, but I think this might make me less interested. I don't think I've seen anything here that... It's like, okay, so you're making Destiny 2 multiplayer again.
This child?
I've already played that, though. You know, it's like, this world, from what I can see, doesn't...
Is that me?
Doesn't seem like it brings anything crazy or new. All right, well, that's enough of me complaining about that. I kind of want to see. I think Angry Joe posted a video. I kind of want to see what his opinion on it was. Actually, you know what? No, I'll watch that later on my own. Again, not something I'm terribly super excited for. I think it looks okay at best. I don't know. Again, I think I'm far less interested in that now. All of a sudden, I kind of want to see Angry Joe's
Saturday,
reaction to the marathon thing real
Bungie
quick.
did a big reveal, gameplay reveal, cinematic short. They invited a bunch of content creators that I guess
I watch some
have
Angry Joe
roots
from time to time.
Bungie and all their games. And they showed off the game, and they put together a creator alpha gameplay highlights with, Dr. Lupo and all these people playing the game and experiencing it. But I'm not going to talk about that because there's not much there. Instead, they had a gameplay overview, I guess, for the rest of us. I'm searching for their channel to see what exactly. We got a gameplay reveal trailer, and we got a gameplay overview trailer. But because they're so short, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, we'll go over those. But then I had to basically watch.
Yeah, they finally fixed my issues as fan. Well, that's good to hear.
They invited out.
Apologies for the internet
so
problems.
I watched a bunch of content creators. Some I actually
maybe
really
it wasn't my
trust,
fault after all. I was assuming it was my internet,
I think are big
my
fans
connection
of
the
Bungie
entire
and
time.
stuff. Wrote a bunch of notes and got an overall impressions of what Marathon is. So essentially, Marathon, they just revealed it, coming out
September 20.
September 20.
Same day as Borderlands.
September 23rd. There it is. September 23rd.
Oh, Marathon comes out the same day as Borderlands? Ah, that's not good. Wow. Because if you ask me, I'm not even like as big a Borderlands fan as I used to, but if I have the choice of playing Borderlands or Marathon, bro, I'm playing Borderlands all day over Marathon so far. That is nuts. That's a terrible game to launch alongside. At least if they would have launched alongside like a single player game. But like the fact that they're launching us alongside another massively multiplayer shooter, oh, that's a killer for them. Phantom Fox says I have Borderlands 4 on my wish list. Yeah, I'm down on Borderlands. I'm not as big as I used to be, but like I'm much more interested in Borderlands than I am Marathon at this point. That's a terrible timing for them.
Bungie's next big thing. As you know, Bungie was purchased by Sony for $3-point-something billion, and so they got a lot to live up to. And Destiny 2 has been going on forever, but it's not exactly user-friendly for new people to come in. I'm looking to see what's next, and here we go. Are we ready? Let's do it. Let's start with the gameplay reveal trailer that's only a minute long, and then we'll jump into the overview. So 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. That's a lot of highlighter. Snipers. It kind of looks Apex Legends if a Office highlighter exploded in my oh jeez.
I have Borderlands 4 on my wish list, Phantom Fox, that, and Fable 4 near Christmas. There's a marathon Fable isn't coming out this year. It already got delayed. I remember reading about that. Yeah, Fable got delayed into next year already. So I think now... so Fable's not in the cards for at the end of the year. I think Fable got moved to beginning of next year. So I think it's like March. It's like February, March now. Fable's got its release date. Which I'm kind of happy about. I'm okay with them pushing Fable back a little bit. I think Grand Theft Auto 6, right? That comes out at around holiday time, so... I'm okay. I think once Grand Theft Auto comes out, Grand Theft Auto is going to dominate the end of the year. So I think it's probably smart if you're a big video game developer to kind of get out of the way of Grand Theft Auto. I don't view that as a problem, especially if you feel like you need to touch up a couple things, maybe get some quality, some slight improvements. I think that's a good decision for Fable. I think the people who love Fable, who want Fable, will be willing, or more than willing, to wait a few more months. You know what I mean? Yeah, desperately avoiding Grand Theft Auto, I think, is going to be pivotal for a lot of companies. That game is going to dominate dominate the latter end of the year. Because if they drop Borderlands 4 and Fable 4 and GTA 6, the Elder Scrolls Chris all around the same timeline. I don't think any of those are going to be around the same timeline. I think because Borderlands 4 is September. Grand Theft Auto 6 is later in the year, right? Isn't that like November? So there's a little bit of time in between Borderlands and Grand Theft Auto. Let me see. Was there a date given for GTA 6 yet? Just says late 2025. Oh, actually, so we don't even know the official release date for GTA 6. Yeah, again, I think that's smart for Fable to do. Borderlands 4 will be September. I guarantee you Grand Theft Auto is going to be November. It's going to be November or December. I couldn't, maybe October. You know, October's a big month too. But it's not going to be September. I guarantee you it's not going to be September. They're going to choose one of the last few months. So that's a good timing for Borderlands and Grand Theft Auto. Fable at the beginning of next year, I think, is a great time. I think that's a great drop release time for Fable. I don't have a problem with that. Elder Scrolls 6 is... I don't think you're still going to see that game for another at least 2 years. So I don't think any of these games that you've listed are going to overlap. I think that's all fine. Especially with Fable moving out of the way, I think that solves all those games. I think again, what hurts anything is Marathon launching with Borderlands. That is going to really, like, Borderlands is going to just destroy that game for sales. I almost wonder, like, that game Marathon, I hate to say it, man. I know Bungie and Sony would never make it a free-to-play like they should have done with Destiny, man. That game, Marathon, that game should be free-to-play or half off. It should only be a $40 game. Like, I know they're not going to do it, but it really shouldn't be a full-priced game launching alongside Borderlands. That's going to be rough. Phantom says another Fallout game coming too. I don't know when that comes out. And with newcomer Playground Games making Fable and Lion said, I'm pretty confident in Playground. Playground makes really good stuff. I have no doubt that game's done, and that if they pushed it back, it probably was for quality. You know, I trust that was a good decision for them, or that they felt like it was for them. But yeah, I'll finish the video. Sorry, I zoned out for a split second.
All things.
This is a new story.
My dream. Yours. Run.
Who is speaking? Is that the AI, perhaps, from Marathon?
I'm curious to see if Angry Joe agrees with me on the art style, because I think the art style looks pretty... It's hideous.
I'm not a big fan of the models.
No,
I don't like this art style.
Yeah, it's like,
I think pretty much every content creator was like, oh man, I love the art style. It's like, I think it looks like shit.
Immediately they start talking about how they hate the characters and art style. Interesting.
It's an extraction shooter. Another extraction shooter.
I do like me some extraction.
Look, it's the same thing. Now, don't show that. Don't show the same animation that's gonna happen 5 times in a row. Yeah. Okay.
By the way,
a little bit. Go
by
ahead.
the way, not for me.
Not already, Joe.
Like I said, I do like extraction shooters, but I don't like the art style. I don't like what they're going for.
Playground has yet to have a day one
probably
update
why
patch
for their game so far.
No, I don't have any contact with Bungie.
So that would probably mean good things, though, if they haven't had a day one patch so far, right? That would mean good for the delay. That means they're probably trying to make sure that they don't have to have one for launch day, right? That's probably a good thing. Again, like, delaying your game 3-4 months, I don't think... And I don't think anyone... At least me, I don't have a problem with that.
It looks terrible to me. I don't like the highlighter.
Again, I'd say I like the video games that launch earlier in the year. I love the January, February launch time. Like, I feel like post the holiday season, you give yourself a few months for your money to build back up. You're getting your income taxes are coming in. Like, I think that's one of my favorite times. I prefer the better games typically come out in the holiday season, but I like the post-holiday season. I think it's way more chill for games, because games are more spaced out. There's not really the super crazy stuff, everything, all the crazy stuff all launches at once during your Octobers and your Novembers and stuff. Yeah, that means they don't fail like Ubisoft's Phantom. Yeah, Ubisoft's they've been in a bit of a
messes
rut.
with my eyes. An extraction shooter with no single player, and it's not free to play. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's what I was saying.
It's a paid fucking,
a paid extraction shooter with no story that's launching next to Borderlands 4. That seems.
It's unfinished. I know the color.
And then, as I was just thinking about it, like Angry Joe said, so pay to play, you have to pay for it full price, no story mode. It's launching next to Borderlands 4. Oh gosh, there was another thing I had in mind. Oh, and you have Sony coming off of the whole Concord catastrophe. I guarantee you Sony's not going to give a lot of wiggle room with this game. I gotta wonder, if this game flops like Concord, could this game be gone within a couple of months as well, like that game was? I mean, I certainly don't hope so. Like that's messed up. I don't want them to fail or nothing, but like, you gotta think Sony's gonna have a very short leash like they did with Concord. Like, Concord was like, oh, people don't want this game, they hate it, boom, this game's gone. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I don't know if they're willing to give more wiggle room to Bungie than they are for other companies. We'll see. That'll be very interesting. Vanafox says, think about it. Pokemon and shooters are all coming out around the same time. Yeah, fair enough.
The color palette's
It
not
is
for me,
unfinished.
but like the modern color palette is something that I never like, but I'll still play some of those games. Some of it looked kind of rough, where it looked like, oh, it's kind of.
This could end up like Zenith, said Phantom Fox. What the heck is Zenith?
It's not there yet.
That sounds familiar. I should probably know what it is.
Like, it's not. It's like really early, and Bungie wants the community to really help shape the game. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here with that. I don't like that they're gonna. And one of the feedbacks is, oh, I like it that they're working with the community and they're gonna build the game from the beginning. But I don't like that. They're gonna build the game on the fly with their community. To be fair, everyone does that. So what is unique
But the thing
about
I don't
that?
like about
Nothing.
It's unique because they're like, hey, give me your feedback, but also give me
Give me
40
your money.
bucks. I won't take your feedback, but
That's
give me
what
$40.
That's what I wrote. It just means that you didn't put in a full effort up front. You have a solid concept, but then you get the players to build it for you, and you charge them to do it for you.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. I think it's just Sony made up nonsense because they shit the bed with Concord so badly.
Yeah. Exactly,
They don't want
yes.
This is a 40. Should be a free to play game. It's not, right? So it's Sony, and it's going to cost $40. It's
Thank you,
probably not
Alex.
going to be good enough.
That's
for
exactly
that.
what I was
Sony
thinking.
doesn't want to lose another $400 million. And so this has to be successful. So I think that they're telling people, oh, we'll help you design it. It's like, are you really, or is the game for the most part kind of set in stone other than the graphics?
Yeah.
And you're just saying that so the community doesn't turn on you.
And I've already seen like Hidden Xperia has given them several feedbacks, and apparently he's been playing the game for like 2 years. This is a lore channel, and he does good stuff.
All right, that's pretty much it. I'll watch the rest of the video later, but again, Angry Joe and Alex and other Joe pretty much saying the same thing I was thinking. To me, there's so much stuff that's stacking up against this game. I don't know. I don't have entirely high hopes about it. Again, I'm not meaning to throw it on this game, but this could be a game that's you might want to hop in and play it immediately because it could be gone within a few months. Just saying.